Sir, you're here to answer.
What you mean I can't ask my lawyer a question? You crazy?
You can
You don't know who you talking to.
You
I'm
would
not
like-
some slave of yours, boy.
You would
What you
like.
mean I can't ask my lawyer a question?
Fuck, nigga. So I'm making this video amidst the news that Meg Mullah Bushu has tried to commit suicide. I mean, he's in ICU right now. He has taken 20, I think, sleeping pills. And his condition is serious. And the reason I'm popping out this video right now is not to like chase clout or something, or like, giving some breaking, what's that term? Groundbreaking information into this whole thing that is happening. The reason I'm making this video is because the populist right in Bangladesh has a really strong voice, especially right now, right? And the Nationalist Party, they also have their own pundits. They speak for themselves. Although I've seen some of them speaking for Meg Mullah Bushu and praying the best for him so that he doesn't die. But sadly enough, I have seen many right-wingers and right-wing sympathizers, apologists. They have kind of celebrated this news, what's happening, what has happened to this. The ideology, of course, like that guy didn't do anything bad to them directly. What he did was he practiced a politics that stands, against their one. So that guy is a leftist, they're the, right wing, whatever. And the sad factor is, I mean, at the end of the day, I expect, or everyone should expect, an educated person to have educated opinions and stands. But it doesn't seem that case, The reason for being, well, he's a leftist. He stands against Islam, whatever, He's an enemy of Islam, so if he dies, it's okay. Like, I literally saw a guy's post who was crying on my comment section saying, well, you cannot justify the killing of a Jamaat leader, He's like, and I said, man, I'm not fucking defending no one's death. I wish it didn't happen. The point I was making back then when that Jamaat leader died, and that's the reason why there was a vote on 299 seats instead of the vote being 300 seats. It is because of that death. And I said, I'm not defending no one's death. I mean, it's horrible. Like, if I could have prevented that death, I would say, well, it should be prevented, any death. But these guys, they are ruthless, on the name of ideology, on the name of, like, I don't even know where these emotions come from. So they're wishing death. They're making memes, they're making jokes about this guy dying, which I find repulsive, And that's it, like their ideology, the Jamaati, the Shibiri ideology, whatever the fuck they have, it's like, we are humans because we are Muslims, we carry the flag of Islam in Bangladesh, and the rest of the people, well, they're like goyim, like the term that Jews have for non-Jews, like how they're shooting down Palestinians because they don't think that they're humans. That's the same mindset, that's the same mindset that makes you hate a leftist because he's a leftist and you wish death on him. But when your guy dies, you cry like rivers. And that's called a hypocrisy, the classic call for hypocrisy. So that point aside, the core problem that I think is in the right-wing politicians and pundits and supporters, very big population in that side, especially now, especially in the youth. Alarmingly so, I would say. Like in a country like ours, Bangladesh, a third world country, I would hope, or, normal happenings, the trajectory that we saw in many countries, like for example, China or, Singapore and other countries, they kind of went away from religion to like being fact-based and result-oriented. But all the countries who did not succeed, actually, who plunged themselves into wars and meaningless like battles, inner conflicts, civil wars, they were all dogmatic and religious. So dogmatism is the problem. Dogma makes you hate to the level that you pray death on your enemy. And not even direct enemy. That guy didn't ever punch you or like hit you on the fucking stomach, anything. It's just visceral hate. It's just hate for the sake of dogma.